and live in that emptiness. That's very dangerous. The the empty space is what is the empty space? The empty space is where you don't have any thought in your mind. There's nothing in your mind, and then there's no self-discrimination. There's nothing in the empty space. You don't feel any anything there, but there it will. uh, From there, it will. Then you start feeling, and then get to know things from there. Um, but that's empty space. It's it's not. It's not good. It's better to have all the self discrimination with the meditation rather than the emptiness space. Because with empty space you don't have practice. Even even regularly we have a lot of thought raising up, but that would be better with the practice rather than the empty space. Empty space wouldn't have any practice, any doubt. So the only thing not get into that space is to keep asking the question clearly and maintaining the doubt. Many practitioners just keep thinking by practicing. The thinking while practicing is not the more thinking, um, the more the more thinking while you practice, the better. That is normal. But the emptiness is not good. The emptiness is where there's nothing and there's no practice. So the more you practice and keeping your doubt, then then your thinking still there. But then what will be the seed for your awakening? Your practice will be with the practice you will awaken. So the more you have doubt, the better awaken that you are in the future. You need to practice all the time. Just keep practicing. So why why we keep thinking practice? Why why we when we start practicing, might always have a lot of thought rising up, but that is normal. That's because you didn't know this when you didn't practice, but once you practice, you know them. But that is normal to everyone, and those thought risings always rising, but you didn't notice until you practice. It's never stopped before, ever, never stopped ever. But you didn't notice this thought rising is like everything in the universe. Everything is moving, like the world, the earth, the universe always moving. Your thoughts is always moving as well. But because those moving, it just based on your false false knowing. But the Buddha say it's always stay still. Everything is stay still, never moves. Everything is not moving because of the feeling of the moving. It's just the feeling of yourself. This is because you didn't get to that level of awakening. Some Some maybe they'll have a question. Um, After I'm awakened, where should I? Where am I? But, but there's nothing um difference between before and after you awaken. It just you just when you awake, it's like you escape the dream. So there's nothing for you to fight the discrimination. The feeling are described in the book in the Dharma. All this feeling make you feel good. Is not good. So anyway, you need to not get into the emptiness space. Sometimes uh, you show that you feel that you practice it, but that's because you are in the empty space. So be very careful when you practice, and don't go into the empty space because it's very hard to escape from. The only way to escape, not to get not into the empty space, is just keep asking the questions. Just even though you have a lot thought racing, have a lot of thinking all the time, but you can just keep asking the question, keep asking, asking. It can take months to get used to the practice. If more than months, you will feel it by yourself. And one day, maybe you might get some awakening, but don't wish to get. You don't if you don't walk, then how can you get there? You need to practice. You need to walk by yourself to to get the end. You don't wish for anyone to help you to get there because only you can walk by for yourself and you can do it. So the practice will help you to get there. The doubt will get you there. So and now if anyone to have any questions or want to share your thought or anything that you are um doubting, you have anything that you doubt in your life, then we can share and talk to you. So when you listen to Dharma, sometimes you feel it, sometimes you don't. But if there's a lot of Dharma that the Buddha teach, but it but some of them will help you. Some of them you will feel it that hit you. So so that's where it depends on the person. Uh, depends on listen. It depends on the time when you listen to Dharma, then you will feel it. You get the understanding of the teaching. It's not that the person is right or wrong, but it depends on who you're listening to. Um, sometimes you understand. Sometimes later on you understand later on, and then and then if you don't understand, then you keep maintaining the doubt, then you would later on awaken, get awakened. So it depends on where you're listening to, where your level at. and then you can feel the Dharma. So it depends on where you are in your practice, so that you can understand the level of Dharma. Like in the Dharma, they say the teachings are like for everyone. Everyone will understand it differently based on their own level. That's the same Dharma, but each person will listen into and will understand it in different level. Even though the teaching the Dharma is excellent, it can help anyone, but not it will help anything, but um, not everyone could comprehend it. If the level of practice is lower, then you would understand it at the low level. But if you have a higher level, then you would understand it at a higher level. So if sometimes we don't understand what they are talking about, you need to practice more, then one day you will understand everything. Thank you so much. Dear Master and everyone, can I have a question? You can teach me about this issue. The thought of the woman are usually be affected, have a lot of emotion beyond be like high emotional being affected. So the woman's heart always be affected by the environment, and I want to use the practice to overcome the emotional that come in from inside. And it was very hard for me to overcome the emotion arising from within me, and I cannot have practice. So can you explain more about the situation that I'm having? Um, this issue is for everyone, not just the woman only. It's happened to anyone, if woman or man or monk or regular person. All of this self-discrimination is always there for everyone. And then when the environment or any other thing that affect you, it's right out inside you. Have all the triggers uh, get your emotion raised up. It's it's all happen. It's for any other against too, not just human. So if you, for example, if you hit a dog, and we're gonna instantly bite you, even though that's just a quick reaction from the dog. So whenever we have the trigger, we we react strongly. The trigger will react with our own self-discrimination, make it very big. And the is not just it is the karma from your before life until now. But with the practice now, it's not for you to try to control it. Don't try to control it when don't try to use the practice to control your emotion, because those using practice to control emotion is also self-ignorance. You, you don't need to worry about your emotional being affected. You just need to practice. One day after long time practice, you arrive to discrimination. Sorry, destination. Then you have to always asking questions. Then once you ask questions, when you practice, you will see a lot of things about environment that how to trigger you. But don't worry about them. All the sadness, happiness, any other things are still discrimination, self-ignorance from you. But sometimes when you are in hardship, it's easier to practice. But sometimes when you are in happiness, it's harder to practice. If you live in heaven, it's very hard to practice because you always have all the convenience, all the happiness around you, so you don't practice because it's easy, so you stop practicing. So all you need to do now is always keep learning, always keep practicing. Once you know your mistakes, you just keep asking the questions. If you have a good environment around you, a temple, the 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 daily practice, have the same practice daily, and it will help you to get over the all the self ignorance. That's the- that's to say it. Say it. You always have the over the effect the environment over affect you. You need to uh, overcome it by practicing. But once you overcome them, once you not by overcoming means you not be affected by the right environment or thought racing within you, then you will have a come a long way, but you will improve tremendously. So you need to keep always asking whenever you feel happiness, feel sadness, just keep practicing. You don't have to worry about all the feeling. Even though you have a very, very sad thing going on in your life, even when you're crying, when then you just but you still have to practice and then don't mind about all the feeling. The feeling will goes away. Even the feeling goes away, you don't stop practicing. But in all the situations that happiness, normal, regular, you keep asking the question. Even though that you feel sometimes you don't feel any doubt, you don't feel that you're practicing, you can keep practice. And one day when you get used to the practice, then all of the self ignorance